Seems like the defense really stepped up there right at the end of practice.
I thought they did. You know, I thought the offense really came out and did a nice job in the red zone today, and I thought they needed it. You know, we had struggled a little bit in the red zone the first 2 days of emphasis. I thought they did a nice job today. And then that last team period in the 2nd and 6th competition, I thought our defense, after that first drive, the offense moved the ball pretty well. After that first drive, the defense really did a great job, and I was proud of them. You know, they were down a little bit, and they battled back. They refocused. They did a great job.
Safeties were a position that was really beat up last year. They had to rotate a lot of guys in. From what you've seen, the guys that are healthy, what do you think of that unit?
Well, I like what Nate Williams is doing. You know, I think he's studying, he's preparing really well, he's focused. I think Jory Fogerson is still learning the position. You know, it's still new to him. He's still trying to figure it out. And so there's times when maybe he doesn't play as fast as he actually is. And Victor just keeps coming along. You know, keeps showing up. I think he's just getting healthy. And we're expecting good things out of him. So I think those three guys are really solid. It's going to be good to get Jason Wells back there when he gets healthy, and it's going to be good to get our JC guy David Batson here when he gets here as well, to just kind of get some depth to that group.
Jordan Polk seemed to be catching everything thrown his way, maybe 1 or 2 drops, but he had a good practice.
No, he did. You know, Jordan's really come on the last few practices. I think he's just getting more comfortable in the system. He's playing to his speed, and he's not thinking as much and slowing himself down. He's playing fast, and this was a day that allowed him to get featured some of the runs to the receivers and some of the catches that he had. So I'm proud of Jordan. He's done a nice job about the last 3-4 days.
When you got here and when you spoke with EJ, did you have any conversation with him about leadership and what that means?
Well, we talked that as a team all the time. Nothing really specific with EJ. EJ was more of, let's just get back to doing things right. And from a daily basis, on and off the field, doing things right, being accountable. And he's been great for us all the way.
Steve, what's the thinking behind having the officiating crew out here pretty much full time? That's something that hasn't been done here before.
I think it's good for them. You know, they learn to see the game and they get their reps at it. But two, our guys get used to having penalties called on them and what's legal and what's not legal. And you know, it's good for us as a staff because there's sometimes we can ask questions. So there was a play today. Our running back had the ball and his helmet got knocked off, and then he fumbled a couple steps later, and the defensive coaches got all excited. They thought it was a fumble. But the rule is, when your helmet comes off, the play's dead. If the ball carrier's helmet comes off, the play's dead. That's why it wasn't a fumble. So I think everybody learns from having them out here. I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Was that the play where Quinn came up with Curse and Polk and kind of there was a little bit of a...
No, that was different. That was a different play.
Was that still a little disconcerting to you? It didn't look like it
well,
was
a little
positive.
bit because we just got to learn to football's an emotional game, and we're still learning how to funnel our emotion in the right directions. You know, nothing good happens after the whistle. It's a waste of energy, and the bad stuff is penalties occur, we lose yardage, we hurt ourselves, and so you've got to understand that go play the next snap. You know, it's not a personal vendetta. You don't get to have those in this team.
A handful of practices away from the spring game. Is this team generally about where you thought they'd be, or are they behind, or are they ahead?
I think we're ahead, in all honesty. You know, I think our kids are really taking to the tough coaching. Our coaches have done a fantastic job of pushing these guys, but yet being positive. They haven't wavered. They've come to work every day. I think we're getting better. Today was the first day it was turnover Wednesday, and our offense didn't turn the football over. So I think the offense is understanding that side of it. I think our defense is continually putting pressure on the quarterback, and that's a big key for us. So I think we're getting better, but obviously we still have a lot of work to do.
Speaking of the work, Jake, in his maturation, in what you want him to be and how you want him to play? Well,
I think Jake's doing a great job now of understanding the rhythm of the passing game. When things are there, the ball's getting spit out of his hands and he's being accurate. Now the next step is when things aren't there, where's the secondary reads? What are we doing with the ball? When is it okay to flush? When's not a good time to take sacks? And starting to learn the position from that end of it. I think we've got the rhythm of it down, and now for us, this last third of spring ball, as we move to the last third of it, is really understanding the secondary half of the play. When the primary reads aren't there, now what? And what are we going to do with it?
Does it seem like the gears are turning in his head sometimes when he's getting flushed out like that, or when he's getting hurried?
Yeah, because it's a new system, and it's hard, and we've got a lot of stuff installed of, where are my secondary guys? Can I escape this? Can't I? What does a 7-yard sack mean? He's still processing that stuff in his own head. It's not coming exactly natural to him yet, but it will.
finally, Nick Holt, I guess, has told these guys have cotton in your ears.
That means we don't jump off sides. You know, we want to get off when that ball moves, not when the quarterback's using his cadence.
Does that also have to do with language?
Huh?
I guess EJ was talking about part of that is not to take things personally.
No, we got to have thick skin. You know, we have to take the tough coaching, and we have to. You know, we're trying to develop a very mentally tough football team, one that can deal with adversity but be able to refocus on the next snap. And I think our kids are starting to learn that and understand that, and we're getting stronger minded about ourselves, and we're able to go play the next snap and not worry about what happened or what the coach just told me.
Are you gonna go back to shorts again on Friday before the scrimmage?
I hope so, man. It feels good in my short. Shoot, I didn't know it was this sunny. I wore my sunglasses today.
Are you going to stay in pads for Friday, or are you going to go back to the
Oh, shoot, I thought you were talking about me. They like my legs, man. I was a little worried there. Yeah, we'll be in just helmets on Friday.
And then similar, is Saturday going to look similar to the last one?
It'll be very similar, yeah.
You put a play count on that, 95 snaps?
We'll be anywhere between 80 and 95 right in there. I think we had 89 last week.
Is there something specific you're looking to get out of this scrimmage that you didn't see from the last
Progress.
one? Yeah.
Progress in all three areas. You know, offense, defense, special teams. They're all critical, and progress and attention to detail. You know, doing things right and trying to cut down on our mental mistakes. It wasn't about effort. We played really hard last Saturday, but we had a lot of mental errors, and attention to detail was lacking.